What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So you probably have seen in the sales space a lot of people doing this AI role play, and they're talking to like ChatGPT or they're talking to some sort of voice model and they're trying to role play with the AI. You probably saw reels on Instagram. Well, there's a reason I haven't been posting on YouTube. The last couple of months, I've been building an AI startup, and it's called Kindo AI, and it literally lets you role play with AI the same way you would run a real sales call. Now, the purpose of this is to practice, get a ton of repetition, and then we actually do a lot of cool things like scoring, call review, AI analysis, so you know how good you are and it records all your calls. So in this video, I don't want to just tell you about Kindo AI, but I want to actually role play with AI, and I'm going to give you guys live in the moment sales training throughout that process. Okay, so I'm going to be role playing with a B2C prospect for like an info offer. I'm going to be role playing with some B2B prospects, and I'll pause myself, I'll mute myself, and I'll give you guys some live sales coaching throughout that. So we'll go ahead and jump into my profile here. So this is what you see when you come into Kindo. Now, the really cool thing about Kindo is you can literally role play for any offer, any vertical, any sales cycle, cold call, discovery call, in-home demo, B2B, B2C, it does not matter. Okay, so all of these are just prospects that I've created in my demo account, but I can just go here and click create prospect, and I can make literally anybody that I could dream of, as well as upload a call and clone that prospect. So we're actually just going to do a B2C call. So I'm going to sell Closer Cartel, like our normal 5K sales training offer. So I'm actually going to show you guys, this takes 2 seconds. I'm going to make an AI prospect. So let's say I'm selling like your typical info stuff, and I'm going to sell to, let's call him Jake. So Jake is going to be 25. Let's say Jake is a sales rep. He makes a little bit of money, but he wants to get better. So we're going to sell him Closer Cartel. Now I can literally tell the AI what I want to train on. So like if I get common objections like, oh, it's not the right time, I need to think about it. I've had a bad experience before. I can select all of these and the AI will bring that up when we role play. And so also I am selling Closer Cartel, a sales training program that teaches high ticket sales and helps people land sales jobs to earn 10 to 30K a month. So I basically just define like, what am I selling? Now this could literally be anything. We have clients using Kindo that are in B2B software. Ty Lopez is using this, which is super cool. Insurance, roofing, door to door, like everybody. So all you do is just type in what you're selling here, and maybe a little bit about how it works. It is a live coaching program with live calls and a course and community. Okay, just to give the AI a bit more context on what we're doing. So training goals. Now, this is where I can really get good practice. So let's say I'm struggling this week with objections, and I want to work on objections. So I'll create a bot, like I'm doing with Billy here, and I'll say, I want to work on objection handling. Now, you don't want to select a million things here, because obviously you probably want to focus on one thing at a time. But if I want to work on objections and I select this, the AI is designed to give me a lot of objections. And you guys will see, they're not easy. Like this is going to be a pretty tough close, because that's what I want to practice. Whereas if I say, I want to work on the discovery phase, right? It'll kind of yap, it'll ramble, it'll make me really dig into that discovery. So it does the opposite of what you want so that you can work on that skill. And that's the whole point of this. So expected objections, I'm going to get to practice against probably, let's say, competitors, price, and then commitment issues. We'll do that. And again, all of these guys, you can add custom. So I can just type in a custom one here. So I could say like, oh, he's been burned by another sales program. I could type that in and it would bring it up on the call. So I'll click continue. Now this is going to be a closing call. Now I can select whatever calls I want, cold call, whatever. Now this is really cool. So I told you guys at the beginning of this, there is like AI scoring, AI call, review, and analysis. So the AI needs to understand like what is success. So for me, success would be closing the deal. But let's say you're practicing cold calling or appointment setting. You can do booking a follow-up call, setting up a demo, any of these things. And the AI understands if you do that, that's successful. And then obviously you did well. And then I can ask here for feedback. So I'm going to say, I want feedback on my objection handling skills. And now the AI will literally give me live coaching feedback. So I click continue. I really like this Keith voice. Again, there's a million of these. It does different languages as well. So I'm just going to go with Keith. Wow, it looks like we added more, but I'm going to click create prospect. Okay, so I created my prospect. And now all I have to do is come here to Jake. So I'm going to click start training. And now this is something that we built into Kindo that's really cool, is we've basically given you the ability to skip the meat and potatoes or skip the front of the call and get to the meat and potatoes of objection handling in this mode. Run a normal sales call, so like start to finish, normal call, or mentor mode, which will give you real-time coaching throughout that actual role play. So I'm just going to do, let's say, a normal sales call, just for context for you guys. Now, all I have to do is click that. I click start call here, and it's going to pull up a video of my face, and it's going to pull up my mic, so I can select like which mic input that I want. And then you guys will see here, I get a real-time transcript. Because if you read as you talk and you listen, it helps your brain learn much more. And obviously, sales is a skill of repetition. So you want to be reading this. So I'm going to click start call.
Hey, my name is Jake. Let's get you started with sales training. Introduce yourself to start.
So it's just going to give me a loose prompt that basically just means, hey, start the sales call, like start selling. So I'm going to give you guys now a real-time role play as if this was one of my old call reviews that I used to do back in the day, except it's against AI, which is really cool. I can do it anytime, any place. So let's get started. Again, we're selling Closer Cartel, a $5,000 sales training program. What's up, Jake? Nice to meet you, bro. Where are you calling out of?
Hey, doing all right. I'm based out of Austin these days.
Nice. Very nice. I just got back to Miami from Europe for 2 weeks. So we're back in the U.S. working. Excited to talk with you, bro. So I took a look at your application. It sounds like you're in sales already. You're looking to, I think, get a bit more training or a bit more experience, or kind of paint a picture for me there of like what exactly you're looking to get out of this call.
Yeah, I work in sales now. Just looking to see if your approach has something different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so dude, these calls are super chill. It's not going to be anything crazy. I really just want to get an idea of where you're at right now. You're obviously in sales. I'm sure you have a good idea of where you want to go and maybe some of the problems you're facing. And if we can help you, I'll make you an offer and explain how we can do that. If not, no worries at all. We'll still try to point you in the right direction. Does it sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, cool. So tell me a little bit about the sales offer that you're on now. You're making, your application said like $5,000 to $8,000 a month?
Yeah, that's about right. I'm working commission mostly.
Okay, what kind of offer are you on?
It's mostly B2B SaaS. Nothing too complicated.
Okay, cool. So are you enterprise or is this more of like an info product style of software?
It's more mid-market, not info products, just regular software sales.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. So what exactly has you on a call to learn more about this like info high ticket remote space if you're already doing more enterprise style?
Honestly, I'm just curious if there's a way to level up or make more. I'm not locked into what I'm doing.
For sure. And so am I correct in reading that you're doing $5,000 to $8,000 a month, or are you doing more or less than that?
Yeah, that's accurate. Sits right in that range most months.
Okay. So money aside, again, I asked you this a second ago, but like, why are you looking to get out of that role? Like you said you're looking to level up, and I'm assuming that means make more money. But does that involve you want some time freedom, or are you kind of happy with the hours you work? You just want to make more cash?
Yeah, mainly just want to earn more. My schedule's fine for now.
What does that schedule look like?
Usually about 6 days a week, sometimes evenings.
Oh, so you're working a lot then?
Yeah, the hours add up for sure.
Okay. So why do you feel, and I'll just be straight up with you, why do you feel you're only at $5,000 to $8,000 a month if you're working that many hours?
Honestly, it's mostly the comp plan and deal size. Not really a volume problem.
Okay, what does that look like? Can you explain that?
Yeah, average deal is pretty small, and commission rates aren't the best.
Okay, I see. What commission do you get in that space? I'm curious.
It runs about 10 to 12% on average.
Okay, very nice. So that's what ours is, right? So the high ticket space is usually 10%, but you're selling a lot of volume and you're obviously selling a pretty good price tag. Like for example, most of our offers are about 5 to 10K. So what's the price tag of the things you're selling right now?
Usually around 3 to 5,000 per deal. Sometimes less.
Okay, so similar as well. Then again, I kind of want to like get to the bottom of like what the problem is here, because I'll be transparent with you. 5 to 8 is not a ton in sales, and I'm sure you know that. So why are we at $5,000 to $8,000 if you're selling the same price point as us? You're selling the same rate of commission as us. Like, why are you still only at 5 to 8K?
Honestly, I think it's just a pipeline issue on my side. Not enough leads lately.
Okay, I thought you just said it was not a volume issue though. So which is it?
Yeah, fair question. It's been shifting lately. Volume dropped the last couple months.
Okay. So you think, in your opinion at least, that it's a volume issue. You're not getting enough booked calls. You're not getting enough at-bats.
Yeah, that's about right. Not enough calls means not enough deals.
Yeah. What's your close rate right now? Do you know?
It's around 20% last time I checked.
Okay. Do you know what the close rate is of the highest performer on your team?
I think he's closer to 30, maybe 35%.
Okay. I mean, over the course of a year, a 15% difference in performance adds up, right? So if there are people on your offer doing 30 to 35% and you're doing 20, why do you feel that is? Like what parts of your sales process do you think could use some work, or what do you think you're maybe lacking on?
Probably objection handling. Maybe a bit on building urgency too.
Yeah. Objection handling is the big one. Do you feel like right now, like with your current skill set, you could make the money you want, or do you feel like you have to get a new offer to do so, or both?
Yeah. Probably both. Better skills and a stronger offer would help.
And what are you doing to get better skills? Like, what are you doing to actually improve at sales?
Mostly just watching training videos and call reviews. Not much formal coaching right now.
Okay, why is that?
Honestly, just haven't found a program that feels worth the money yet.
Okay, so you're not scared of spending the money or any of these typical sales objections, but you just haven't really found one you're comfortable with. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, that's right. I'd spend it if I saw real value.
What does that look like to you? Because obviously we have a coaching program. That's why you're on this sales call. What looks like value to you? Like what in a program would make you say, oh, that is what I need?
Honestly, proven results and strong client success stories matter most to me.
Okay. So, I mean, we have plenty of those. That's a piece of cake. We can talk about that here in a moment, but I still want to focus on you, Jake, because I see, can I be honest with you for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I see a lot of these salespeople that come on these calls and they say, hey, like I need a little bit of work on my skill, but I need a new offer. And most of the time, they're just not that good. They simply are not skilled enough yet. Their skills are not where they need to be for them to make $20,000 to $30,000 a month like our best students do. And so it's hard, bro. It's an ego problem, right? To admit that. But if you and I sit here and we really look at the situation, if you stayed on your current offer, just we have like a control in this sort of variable of equation, and we were able to work on your skill, help you learn objection handling a little bit better, how to pitch better, how to make a better offer, and really help you close these deals that I'm sure you're losing at the finish line, do you think you'd be able to make that 20, 30K a month that obviously every one of us aspires towards?
Honestly, I don't think so. My current offer just doesn't have the upside.
Let's get into that then, because that's the thing I wanted to isolate was understanding if it's the skill and it's really us that's the problem or if it is the offer, which it can be. So one of the things that we help people do not only is sales training, but we also help you land better jobs. So we probably have the best network in our entire space of landing these really, really good offers. And a typical high performer will do anywhere from like 15 to 30 grand a month in the kind of roles that we have access to. So is that something that you'd be interested in is getting access to an opportunity like that if obviously the skill is up to par?
Yeah. That's the goal. If the offer really pays that, I'm interested.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure. Have you seen any of the testimonials on our website?
Yeah, I saw a few. Hard to tell how real they are, to be honest.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, everyone shows success stories, you know? Sometimes it's hard to know what's hype and what's legit.
For sure. But like in your guys' own company, do you show fake results and fake testimonials or are they all real?
Ours are real, but I know not every company is the same.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, ours are real as well. We've taught over 5,000 people at this point. So every result that you see on our website is not really even a hopeful thing. We try to be minimalistic and pessimistic in sharing wins, to be honest. One, for FTC reasons, and then two, just because we don't want to be the people selling the dream. We want to be very realistic because we need good sales reps, you know, not people that just want to have shiny object syndrome and get into sales. So with that being said, I think it makes sense, Jake, to take a look at what it would look like for you to come on board. Because again, like I said, getting you a job is easy. The big thing is you got to be good enough. And if you find a program that is good enough and is valuable enough, you told me a minute ago that you would pull the trigger. So let's talk about that and let's talk about what makes that valuable or not in your eyes. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, cool. So if you were to like paint your ideal sales coaching program, what would that look like?
For me, it needs strong hands-on coaching and clear proof people are getting real results.
Okay, so I'm glad you say that because we're not into the course thing. We're more into the live coaching. So our entire program is live. We have two different coaches. We have sort of a beginner coach and we have a really advanced coach. And I think right now we're at up to 6 calls a week. So these are live, very small, personalized group coaching calls. They're not overblown. There's not too many people in there. You'll be able to ask whatever questions you want each call. The coaches stay on until you're finished. And if you can't attend one of those for whatever reason, they are recorded.
That sounds good in theory. How much actual one-on-one time do you get though?
Well, one-on-one, what do you mean by that? Like, how do you define one-on-one?
I mean direct feedback on my calls and active coaching, not just group Q&A.
So it is all active coaching. We just do it with multiple people at the same time. It's not like a group coaching call where you are muted the whole time. It's very engaging. It's very interactive because we believe it's actually more valuable to have a few peers in there with you than it is one-on-one. Because if someone asks a question that you didn't think of and you go, oh, that's a good point, or that's a great question, you get a lot of value from that. So as far as one-on-one time, if that's how you define one-on-one, you will get quite a lot of that.
All right, as long as I'm getting real feedback on my sales calls, that's what matters.
Of course. Within that, we do call reviews as well. So we actually will watch your calls. We'll pull the calls up on a group coaching call. So you're going to have to make sure you're performing because a lot of people are going to see it. But we'll break those down. Like, what is going on here? Like, what's the problem? Where can we improve? Like, what should we work on? Things like that. And the entire point of our program, Jake, like, I know there's a lot of noise out there, is to make you better. Like, if you're not better at sales and making more money from this, we will simply refund you. Again, we don't really care about anything other than getting people results. And that's why we're so picky of who we let into the program in the first place. So, I mean, based on that, like what questions do you have for me?
So what's the usual timeline to see real improvement?
Well, if you're already in sales like you are, you probably just need a few tweaks, to be honest. You don't have to learn from the ground up. So we've seen people like you in as little as 30 days go from, what are you doing, 5 to 8K a month? Once you get a new offer, that first 30 days, you could realistically make 15 to 20K. Again, that's like a good situation. Worst case is it takes you a couple of months, but we've never had a story where someone comes in, works, and then does not make like significantly more money than they were before.
All right, that sounds good. Got any recent client examples like that?
Yes, there's actually a ton you probably had sent to your email, and then there's a ton on our website as well that you can take a look at.
Yeah, I saw some. Maybe you could send me one or two that are most like my situation.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you those after the call. But again, it's not that relevant, dude, when there's so many of them. You can kind of handpick whichever ones you like. They're everywhere on our website. So with that being said, are there any like concerns or anything really that you feel we haven't addressed in this?
Just want to know how support works if I run into roadblocks during the program.
Great question. So you can just message us at any time, one of the coaches inside of the community, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So it's basically 24/7 support. You can message us one-on-one whenever you want. You have those live coaching calls, like I said. You have the community. It's very, 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 very active. The people in there are awesome. So it's as hands-on as we can possibly be. And you should really just be spending your time in there learning and then doing your normal job of actually taking sales calls and then coming in, sharing your wins, sharing your challenges, and we'll learn with you. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very personal.
Okay, sounds like you've covered the support side.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
No, I think you've covered my main concerns.
Awesome. So if you're ready to get started, I mean, all we have to do is process the investment. It's a one-time payment of $5,000. And as soon as that goes through, we can go ahead and get you access to the community, to the courses, the recorded videos we have, and then obviously that first live coaching call. You should definitely attend. Any other questions, or are you ready to get started?
Hold on, how secure is the payment process? I'm a little hesitant to give card info on a call.
I mean, you're a sales rep yourself, right? Do you not take payment on the call?
Yeah, sometimes. Still, I prefer using a secure portal or invoice, just feels safer.
Yeah. So I can actually send you the link right now. I don't have to type in the card details on my end. I can just sit here while you process that in case anything goes wrong. So I'll go ahead and send that over right now.
All right. That works for me. I'll look out for the link.
Okay, so you should have the link now, Jake. Just go ahead and type your card in on your side, and I'll see when that payment comes through.
Sounds good. I'll handle it on my end now.
Awesome. Jake, it looks like your payment just came through. So from here, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send you to your email that you just paid with. I'm going to send you access to everything that we just discussed. And I really, really, really recommend you get on that first onboarding call with one of our coaches, and then make sure you show up to the first coaching call as well. You're only going to get out of this what you put in. And you have to show up. You have to be on attendance. You have to make sure you're actually taking the time to learn. But if you do, dude, I'm telling you, like, this is going to be a piece of cake. You're going to crush. You're going to be up on our board of testimonials here in no time.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for that email. Thanks.
Of course. You excited?
Yeah, I'm ready to get started. Let's see how it goes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Jake, thank you for hopping on the call. I wish you the best, and I'll see you inside the community.
All right. Talk soon.
Awesome. Okay. See ya. So that was actually one of the easier objection practice calls that I've done. But if you notice, I pre-handled a lot of those. So our AI is smart enough, guys, that if you run the call the right way, it goes just how a normal call should. Like there wasn't a ton of objections there because I asked multiple times, like, hey, are there any questions about this? Hey, are there any concerns? I addressed those. And then by the time we got to the payment, he had already said, like, hey, yeah, if I think it's valuable, I'll sign up. So when our AI talks, it understands like the story that it tells. It remembers everything it says, as well as it understands sales. So if I do this correctly, it will let me close the deal. If I don't do it correctly, it will give me objection after objection after objection and really, really, really make me work. Okay. So now what I can do is come in here to call review and I can listen to the call that I just did. So I click start and we can.
Hey, my name is Jake.
Dude, these calls are super chill. My whole call is recorded so that I can go back, I can listen to what I did, I can review my call the same as I would on Zoom or something, and now I can look at my score. So I just got a 78, which is pretty good. So let's see. And guys, our scoring is based off of the same way that we've taught sales to over 5,000 people. So this is a good score. So 78 means I did really well. And now it'll give me an analysis. So it says, hey, I did really good job building rapport with casual language, ask good probing questions. I offered that refund because we do have that as a guarantee. And then areas for improvement. The language could use some improvement because it's overtly bro-like, which might not appeal to all prospects, which, yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's crazy AI can see that. Why are we at 5,000 to 8,000 can be phrased more gently. Yeah, I like to be abrasive though. I did that on purpose. Actionable suggestions. I should match the tone to their communication style. So the AI is telling you this because again, guys, you can't always sell the way I sell on these calls. I sold like this is my offer. Now, if I was not the owner of this offer, I probably would be more professional, which is pretty crazy that AI can hear that. So not bad. Again, I probably should have done a call where I did mistakes just to show you guys, but I did really good on that sales call. It's almost like I know sales or something. So you can see, I can look at that whole transcript. I can review the audio, I can look at my analysis and I see how I did. And then over time, if I'm like scoring bad on calls, I can look and be like, why? Like, why did I get a 48 here, right? Like, what did I do wrong? Or why did I get a score there? Or what did I do wrong there? And sort of machine learn myself with AI. So guys, if you want to use this, it is only $47 a month. So obviously if you have a big sales team, we have enterprise pricing available. We have some crazy custom stuff. We'll do like custom scoring, custom models. But if you're a solo sales rep, guys, if you are a student of Closer Cartel or you're someone that's followed me for a long time, this is a complete game changer. And it honestly replaces the need for most coaching. You still need the sales coaching for the information, but this is the practice of where you get really, really good. And it's only $47 a month. You literally get access to all of these things that I just showed you. You make as many prospects as you want. You can do DM setting. It's pretty insane. Okay. So guys, I hope that was valuable. I hope watching like a live call was super cool. And I would love to see you guys role play with Kindo and post videos, like record yourself role playing and post it. And I will share it on my profile. So I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. We're really, really, really excited about building something this serious. And again, I'm sorry for the absence on YouTube because of that. It takes a lot of time building software, especially AI that actually works is pretty difficult. So wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to sign up to Kindo, just go to Kindo.ai, click right here, click create account. You can actually use 10 minutes for free if you want to demo it and sort of role play here on the website. So like, comment, and I'll see you on the next video.